Good morning. Hello. I'm Spenta, and today is a beautiful rainy day. It's autumn season here already. Weather is changing. Thank you for being here with me. If you're new, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button. It is a busy day today in the gardens. Good morning, the Optimism Vault. How are you? Hello, Susanna Morjon. How are you? Good morning. Thank you for being here. Hello, Jajal Ben Iso. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Ems. How are you, Ems? Good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Optimism Vault, it is very good to see you. Lots of noise this morning. Lots of noise this morning, guys. Hello, Rosin. How are you? Good to see you, Rosin. Good morning. You hear all that commotion first thing in the morning. M's vlog is here. How are you? Lots of noise. Well, yay. It's sounding like peace again. Hey, guys. How are you? I like that name, Florida Man. Hey, Ty. How are you? Good to see you, Ty. So happy to see you. Tayana Howard, thank you. What's going on this morning? Thank you for your likes, friends. Yes, I will have to edit the first 2 minutes of this because I was trying to get it set up correctly. So it's set up correctly now. I can smile. Let me sit right here, right next to you guys. It is raining today. It is raining today. Thank you for being here with me. Good morning, Sanjay Rawat Sr. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning. So good to see you. Shout out to Sanjay Rawat Sr. Thank you, thank you. I was just thinking about you earlier. I was like, oh, I was just thinking about you. I was thinking I should learn a few more languages. And no, I'm kidding. You were like, oh no. Sanjay, I was thinking about if I learned a few more words in Sanskrit, how nice it would be for me. Good morning, Ken Russell. Thank you, Ken Russell, Pino USA. Hello, Sissy. Sissy Jovita, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I pinned Susanna. She was first in. First in. She was in so quick. You are going to draw Halloween. Oh, some themed Halloween paintings or drawings? That would be really nice. It is a good month for that. Thank you, Sanjay. How was your evening? How was your night? Sanjay, I was speaking with a friend, and he lives in India, and he realized when I told him our time difference, he was like, oh my gosh. I said, yes, it's usually, you guys have already spent the day by the time that I say good morning. You guys are like, yep, it's good evening. And I look forward to, waking up and being healthy and sleeping good tonight. Good morning. Yes, it's a pumpkin. It is a pumpkin up here. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Straw hats. Oh, I love your name. How you wrote it on here. Very cool. New friend. Nice, nice. Straw hat, how's your day going? So pretty. I love the font you used to write your name. As you can see behind all of the pumpkin on that section of my gardens, all of those plants, those are all annual plants that are going to say goodbye to us sometime soon. As soon as we have the first freeze, the annual plants all go away. A lot of friends ask me, hey, it's easy to grow eggplants where we're at. And I say, well, that's nice. It's an annual here where I grow it. Good morning. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you. I'm good. Straw Hat, thank you. I see Miss Kayaks. Hey. How are you? Good morning. Miss Kayak 7Cs, thank you for being here. Oh, and thanks to my members. Shout out, yes, Nomads and Jajob and Eso. Much love. I saw both of you in. Good evening. Look at me. Good morning. Good evening. Well, it's morning time, Spenta time. Okay, Spenta time is morning time because where I'm at globally, and it is autumn season. And all of those plants back there, you will have to replant next year. So as I spoke with Susanna earlier, she said that okra and every other plant in Philippines, it'll grow just fine as long as you water it, and it needs constant water. It reminds me of the saying, grass is not always greener on the other side. It's correct, right? Grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's perhaps more green on the side that you water. More green on the side that you water. Shout out Ken Russell. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you for being in. Sanjay, thank you. Thank you guys for helping me with my wash hours and being here in my gardens. Let's see, what's this commotion? Okay. Lots of noise this morning for a Monday. Good morning, Ibrahim. Ibrahim, good morning. Or good evening, your time. Sanjay's time is this evening time right now. Yes, friend. Thank you for being here. Friend, I am in Midwest US. Midwest, more towards the south, Midwest US. Thank you, Ibrahim. And right now I'm sitting in one of my gardens. There's plenty, but this one is one that I'm sitting in. I mainly have been focusing on this one on my live streams because it is an annual, and I won't get to see this much longer. Pretty much I have perhaps 2 more weeks. Hey, Straw Hat, thank you so much for joining, friend. Thank you for joining my channel membership. I will definitely give you a shout out. Thank you. Good morning, 20CH. How are you? Oh, my friends, I'm running it from the phone. I will go ahead and let the live stream run. So don't worry, guys. Hello, shout out to Miss Kayak 7 C's. Hey guys, look on here. Yes, if I can't fix it or fix the handle or change something, it's because of the format that I'm streaming. I'm live streaming it using a phone, and I've put the phone exactly in a spot where it's a little inconvenient. So if I'm afraid if I move it up, aha, that's not bad, but now I can't. I must make it go much higher, it looks like. Huh, interesting. Oh, well, it's okay. I can say your name and I remember. Tati Safatita, shout out. Good morning. Good afternoon, friend. Good afternoon, friend. How are you, my friend, with the fantastic camera system? Straw Hats, if you need anyone who has super fantastic shares of Romania with beautiful, beautiful, I mean, talk about fantastic camera system. It is Tati Safatita. And my sissy Susanna Morgan is usually live, has a lot of live streams. So anytime you need a friend, Susanna is always right there, right, Susanna? She's a very good friend. And Straw Hat just joined our channel. Thank you for being a good team member. So if I make this go a little bit higher, then I definitely can't. Well, perhaps. How about that? And maybe a little bit more. How about that? And just a little bit more. You guys are like, oh my gosh, Spenta. Ha ha, I got it. I think. I got it. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, Tati. Thank you. Everything is okay here too, my friend. Everything is good too, my friend. Oh, this is good. Our system can work now. Yes, I can pin your name. Guys, my friends, I'm going to pin you for 5 minutes each on here. I'm waiting for Sanjay right here. Aha, there we go. There we go. It's perfect. Now I like the way it works. Yes, Nomad, Sissy, how are you? How are you, friend? Oh, yes, Nomads has fantastic shares. If you're looking for any kind of unboxing videos or any kind of, she actually does a lot of landscaping too. So if you're looking for nature or if you're looking for unboxing, new ideas, new products, I would definitely hit Yes Nomad. I would definitely hit Yes Nomad. Uh-oh. Wait. Okay, there we go. This one. I try to replace Yes Nomads on pin message, and then it say, are you blocking Yes Nomads? And I said, I am not blocking Yes Nomads. I'm just trying to pin Yes Nomads. Brother Sanjay, can you believe all this? I'm just trying to pin Yes Nomads. And look at my garden that is going to be soon gone, because as you can see, there's really not much that grows really well in this area unless it's an evergreen or a perennial. And none of these are going to be in that category. However, do you see that flower right there? This one? The impatiens in the back, those ones will self-seed. There we go. Straw hats. Oh my gosh, now I can do this correctly. Straw Hat, it's very good to see you. Wow, and you have a cool name. Blessings to your name. Blessing. I said blessings to your name. Well, that too. Blessings to your day, and thank you so much for being a friend. And welcome to our team, friend. Thank you so much for your support, kindness. Oh yes, Sanjay. Sanjay. So, for example, this one is up front. This one is only a small portion. Then I have more down here, and it goes all the way that way and further back that way. I'm going to plant a few bulbs down, and these are going to be good for the upcoming spring. If anybody's interested and they live in the same zone as I do, I live in USDA Zone 7. I need you all to know I live in USDA Zone 7. And if you are looking to plant something, then this is the right time to put the bulbs down for tulip or bulbs down for, so you can put it down for tulip, you can put it down for hyacinth, you can put it down for so many things. Um, you could also, yes, you could also put, you did. Oh, Sanjay, hold on. It did the same thing to you. What is that? That is pretty awesome. That's really good. Oh wow, my friend Sanjay Rawat Senior, shout out to you. He lives in India and he said yesterday they just harvested two pumpkins. This is the season for that. Yes. Yes, brother Sanjay, because I have a few plants that I showed what would it look like if you planted it out season. So if you plant pumpkin, squash, zucchini, any of those out of season, they are not going to they are not going well as if you had other things going on. So for example, let me explain it to you a better way. A pumpkin has a season in my area, right? So it takes about 110 days for the pumpkin to produce pumpkin. That's after the pumpkin plant has matured. So I mentioned that the pumpkin plant has to be mature. That means that it has to be a plant. Of course, you grow it from seed. So pumpkin or any plant that's similar to that, even cucumber, takes a long time to grow in our area. And lots of times you get to see everything eating it. For example, I get to see squirrels eating off of it. I get to see everything, any kind of rodent that likes to come over, likes to eat the sides of it. So usually for produce purposes, you have to hurry and you have to hurry and yes, you have to hurry and either replant it within the same week so, or else if you plant out of season, it's going to produce flowers. So right now I have a few pumpkins that I have planted in my gardens just for the flower purposes. It'll give that yellow flower that's really pretty. So I love it. I was talking to a friend, so a friend, Mom Malu, and also M Junlin, MD168, both YouTubers. Also, they said to me that they eat the yellow squash flowers, and I like them too. I like them on salads. They told me they fry theirs. I like mine on salad. It's also really good in soup. Yes, you mentioned Sanjay that that they plant all over the earth. I like that about them. I like that they plant all over, and also it makes you feel a peaceful feeling. I feel like nature and in general elements of nature. I love I love water and earth and wind. So you can just think about it. If you have enough sun, enough water, nurture and grow well and continue. For example, Susanna was here earlier. Susanna told me earlier, she said that in Philippines, she would. She would necessarily, let me see this here. Okay. In the Philippines, that She she told me that she said in the Philippines. Sorry, I paused for a minute because the car turned itself on, so I'm looking to see what they're doing. Huh? No, Susanna told me that in the Philippines, that she said okra. We were talking about okra. We were talking about, what is this? Ah, Tati, I don't know. I'm sorry. What happened? It's my finger, friend. It's how I've placed this phone in reference to my finger. Tati said he ate pumpkin pie yesterday. Oh my gosh, I love pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie. I love them both. Definitely delicious. But Susanna and I were discussing water. So Susanna mentioned that in the Philippines, they can grow okra just fine, but she said the problem is the water. And I asked her, I said, oh, I thought that in the Philippines it waters a lot. She said, not in every area. She said it does in some areas, but not in every area. And so I learned that even in the Philippines, if you don't have enough water, you can't just grow your regular plants. I thought that you can continue to grow plants as an, for example, if it's a tropical, it would grow just fine there, right? It would grow just fine there. And anyways, I was thinking to myself, so if they don't have any water, it would be very hard for them to grow anything really there. So she has a good point. If she doesn't have water and water costs so much, I can understand. Cost of living here is so much here. Food is so much. The cost of food is so much. So I went to the store yesterday trying to purchase some items just to make my dish. Nothing abnormal or out of the ordinary. I just wanted to make my dish without purchasing any to-go food, if that makes sense, or food from the store as in food from a restaurant. So I purchased the items that I needed to make my meal, and it ended up being so expensive. And I thought to myself, okay, so with lots of things, not just food, they have done what's called portion control. So the quantity, if you see quantity versus quality, right? Quality versus quantity. You would think if the quality goes low or quality stays the same and quantity goes lower, so a lot less quantity, you would think the price would be at a better deal, but the price ends up being so expensive. And it's like, okay, I don't get it. Why is everything in a smaller portion? Why is everything Twin Song? Yes, Sissy just went live streaming. Uh, I can't believe that it's so expensive. The quality of food, it didn't used to be it didn't used to be let me there you go. It didn't used to be like that, but after COVID, of course, everything changed, and price of everything just started going higher, higher, higher. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh. And then after price inflation, then they started another type of deal. They said, all right, we're going to make the prices higher, but the produce will be in smaller portions given. So for example, yeah, I mean, it's both. They've done both. It's terrible. I don't know how it's affordable for some people. There you go. If you see me a minute, I'm changing the pen real quick. Sissy Nomads, is it just like that there too, or is it different? Jovita, Ken Russell, shout out to the US Adventures. Jovita, Sissy, is it like that there? I'm wondering, friends. I am wondering. Because it's somehow, it kind of feels not right to pay that same amount of money, however, get a lot less, and quality isn't really awesome. So it kind of breaks your heart. It breaks my heart. But there's nothing a lot of us can do about it. And that being said, some people say, well, how do you fix price of inflation and everything going up, and what's going on? And I say, unfortunately, we have to do our best, perhaps maybe have more than one job, or plant constantly as much as you can. Hello there, Killer Smile Vlogs. Thank you for being here. Let me see. I don't know if I can do anything with this. There we go. It's very hard to reach the buttons in the bottom, but I will blue handle later. Thank you, Sissy. I will blue handle later. It's very hard. We had to move the phone a few times just so I could do a replace pen. So let me do a pen rotation. We're on pen rotation. So everybody say a shout out to our friend. Thank you for being here. Yes, nomads. Much love, Sissy. Oh, they have, yeah. That flower behind this right there, it will self-seed. That pumpkin, I can save seeds from it and regrow it next year. Now, there's one thing, and I discussed this with Sanjay earlier this season. I mentioned to Sanjay, there's nothing I can do about squash bugs. That's a fact. If you have squash bugs, neem oil and everything else that you put on there is like, why are you even doing this? The squash bugs, they lay eggs in the bottom of the leaflet, usually, of the squash plants. They also like the airplanes on the way too. Today's a busy morning. Busy morning. But yes, anyway, friend, I was mentioning to you. So I was talking to Sanjay earlier. I said, Sanjay, I have used neem oil. I have handpicked the squash bugs. I've actually scraped off those eggs. As soon as they hatch into little spider looking things, those are squash bug borers, I take them out. So it's like, I don't know what happened, but no matter how hard I tried this season, the squash did not give squash because it was consumed, both squash and zucchini, with the squash bugs and squash bug borers. And there was nothing I could do to change that. So I'm wondering, if you're a farmer on a large scale farming, how much pesticide do you put on your plants? Because I don't put pesticide on any of my plants. And for my hens, we have free range hens. Shout out to Bullet Pena, going live right now. I don't know what else you would do in that scenario, if that makes any sense to anybody. And large scale farmers right now, they're having a hard time trying to sell their produce to other people. So then that comes to that too. There's always that. There's always that. So those two plants that I was sharing with Sanjay, that would have probably given me maybe 30 to 40 squash zucchini each. Shout out Tenda Winning, much love. She's going live. Yeah, I thought to myself, wow, how do people, and then back then, how did people used to live when there was no store, or when there was no produce? What if that happens, right? Shortage. Then there would be a constant shortage. I don't use pesticide either, and that's exactly my point. Here, if you don't use pesticides, some things don't even make it. Well, you don't have to be a big farmer. What I think though is they will use it. Also, the seed is different. Good morning, Sissy Nepali, farm to table. Hello, hello, how are you? We're talking about produce, we're talking about the prices being so expensive. Thank you, Nepali, farm to table, for being here, Sissy. Much love. Thank you so much. Hilario Game Player is going live right now. Shout out to my friends, my YouTuber friends. Nepali, any pumpkin from your side or any squash or zucchini, anything, any of those, any type of cucumber TC similar to cucumber TC that you grew. And here I have rabbits, I have, okay, so rabbits, of course, everyone has mice, right? So rabbit, squirrel, lots of squirrel. Also have, there's possums here. And then there is raccoon. So you can just think it. It lives in this area, enjoying. There we go. Thank you, Ty. Yes, it's enjoying its dear free land. It's like, oh, I like it. I understand we came and made homes where their homes were. Get it, but there's wilderness areas. However, you grow things that are green, pollinators come over and everything else smells it. So, and I don't use pesticide on anything. So I don't use any pesticide. The only thing I tried this year was neem oil on top of we did neem oil, you know where? On top of, I just sprayed it, neem oil on top of the and zucchini plant to try, but nope. Oh, let's see what Nepali says. Oh, okay. Nepali, she said that they have a lot of pumpkins right now. That's awesome. Nepali Farm to Table has great produce too. It's my friend. Shout out to Nepali Farm to Table. Yes, it's my friend. She has a lot of good produce. I have her on pen right now. Sanjay Rabat's, he mentioned to me that his father gardens a lot, but I now he mentioned that both his father and mother do like to garden, and that's really a good thing. Sanjay, what does stay green here is perennial herbal garden. That one's really nice. I get to plant, I get to have lavender, rosemary, savory, Greek oregano, Italian oregano. I have winter sage, hardy sage. So all of those actually stay in that garden all year round. The parsley here self seeds, so does cilantro, but it is much easier. Cilantro and saffron. Those three particular items I mentioned, they like this climate that I'm sitting in right now, but they like that climate constantly. Let me pin this real quick. I like that. She said, you don't use, also don't use pesticides. Never, she said. Okay, so yeah. No, you see what I mean? And so, and it depends on your area too. That's pretty awesome. So none of us use pesticides here. And of course, I'm sure Sanjay, his father doesn't use pesticides. Sanjay told me earlier. So let's see. Killer Smiles is going live right now. Anyway, so I was telling you guys that lots of farmers are having issues here in the US trying to sell their produce. So meat prices are very high here. The price of meat, any kind of meat, it's high. I will say that the price of hog, pork, has remained decent. It has increased, but it has remained at a decent pace. So that's a good thing. Uh-huh. Good. Good. And that's the way to go. And that is the way to go. Nepali said that they have a self-sustainable, yes, I like that they are self-sufficient. And that is the main goal here, is to be self-sufficient. If you grow okra, for example, discussing this with Susanna Morjan, right? If you grow okra, lots of times the okra is going to give you lots of okra. Okay. You can plant it special like this in, you can, as you know, you're, I'm sure, very familiar with bi-weekly planting and parent planting and what plants like each other. So what you guys can do is start earlier. Much love. Thank you. Oh, you're the best. You're the best, Sissy Jovita. Thank you. SBC Odong Me is live right now. Shout out to SBC Odong Me, my friend. Shout out to Ken Russell, Pinay US, and Nepali Farm to Table. That is the whole goal. It is to become a self-sufficient gardener, to where you can grow items such as, and without having it eaten by other pests. So what you can do is put fence around it in my area. Fence it up. You can fence it all up. You can use chicken wire and wood, just regular wood stakes, and you can just put it all around. Put it all around. And that is what I do. But with flowers, I save seeds. With vegetables, I save seeds. On that okra, It's Me Nero is going live right now. A shout out to It's Me Nero. Thank you for being here. Oh, yes. And oh, we could do. There you go. Thank you, Cecina. I can't type right now, but you can type anything you want to type. Paulie's like, oh, okay, I will type whatever I want. I didn't know that. Nepali being number one. Shout out. Thank you, Sissy. Let's see what this commotion of this one is about. It's a busy day today, let's put it that way. That is so much noise. Yay! Ah, yay. That is the goal. So here's what you do. You clean it, like just wash it, clean it, and then you vacuum seal it. Hello, hello, the outdoor neighbors. How are you? Good morning. Friend, let me pin you in a little bit. How is your day? How is your morning? Yes, Nepali is on top of it. And also, the good thing about green, for example, green plants, green leafy plants, in my area, I can. Neighbors, happy to have you, friend. Thank you for your support, like, thumbs up. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for being here and helping me with my watch hours as I talk to my friends about the gardens and price of food just being very, very high. Even tomatoes are expensive, peppers are expensive, everything is expensive. Thank you, outdoor neighbors. Much love. Thank you. The best thing to do is plant from seed, and I'm sure Nepali Farm to Table is planting from seed most of her stuff, or from cutting by this time. And if you get self-sufficient, like I said, you can go ahead and say, oh, this is autumn time and it's a good time to go ahead and plant some bulbs, for example, just for daffodil, hyacinth, or rhizomes for iris, anything like that that comes up in the spring. This is a good time to plant that. This is a good time to put it in the ground. So this is a very good time to put that in the ground. And I recommend that. And I also recommend taking from cuttings. Nepali farm to table, I've seen you do this where you take from cuttings, and that's pretty good because it actually saves your current plant and you make a new plant using your existing plant. It saves money. You are saving your plant life by a way of doing this because sometimes, especially with, for example, tulip or hyacinth, after 5, 6 years, the bulbs aren't like the same. So you need to be able to save things and move things around. Being able to take cuttings from a plant is awesome. I like to divide my hosta plants during the springtime. Best time to divide them. Shasta daisies. Spring and autumn are good times to actually put things in the ground and move things due to the way the weather is and due to the length of the season. As I was mentioning earlier, for example, pumpkin for me, that needs about 110 days after maturity of the the pumpkin plant has to be mature. It's similar to pepper actually, because it takes so long to produce. Pepper produces faster here than pumpkin. So pumpkin has a really long growing season here. And again, I live in USDA zone 7. 7. Let me go ahead and pin this one. It's really nice. It's great. However, if you are going to purchase any of these food from outside, it's going to be so expensive. And by the way, on pumpkin, they sell pumpkin by the pound. So it depends on the type of pumpkin, variety. Of course, everything depends on the variety, right? Variety of pumpkin, and it depends also on where you able to, as Nepali said, grow it successfully and maintain a proper watering. Pumpkin and all other plants don't like being saturated really in too much stuff. So since they don't like saturation, since they don't like, Nepali says she likes to freeze dry her tomatoes in deep freeze because of they are expensive in the winter. That's correct. They are expensive in the winter. And that's the way to go. You want to grow as much produce as to where you have enough for today and you have enough for what? You have enough for today and you have enough for what? You have also enough for your, like Nepali said, for example, for winter time, I can grow lettuce, I can grow broccoli, cabbage, onions, chives, what I can grow, kale, mustard greens, those will grow just fine. Also beets and turnips, turnip greens, radishes, those are the time that is winter. They grow really well for that. They do really well. Thank you. Yes, Nomad. Shout out to my channel member. Much love. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Sissy. That's what Nepali does too. And that's what everybody needs to get to because things outside are so expensive. So as I mentioned, you go outside and you try to purchase any type of pumpkin. It's by the pound and it's by variety. And then the next thing you know is you've spent so much money. You have spent so Indian vlog. India, is that Debjani? Indian vlog Debjani is going live. Yes, Nepali Debjani just went live. Yes, Nomads Debjani just went live. I still get all of the live notifications. I will have to go to it. Onions, a lot of people let me explain onions to you guys. Onions are interesting because they grow either, so okay, so I always tell everybody one thing about onions. Look at your season of how the onions do. Okay, for me onions are that I can plant bi-weekly up to a month. For up to a month, I can put onions in with every 2 week section, which means if I put some seeds in today, I can put some seeds in 2 weeks from now, and I can put some seeds in 2 weeks after that, which is 4 weeks from now. So you want to try to grow it that way. Oh, Rosin, Final Fantasy VII is awesome. You brought Aerith back to life. Oh my gosh, you used the glitch to bring Aerith back to life. That's rad. That's pretty awesome. Rosin, that's pretty good. Everybody's already played Final Fantasy VII, hopefully by now. That if I said that, and yeah, Rosin, on my other channel, I do a lot of gaming. But yeah, like I said, Rosin Final Fantasy VII is a great game. Still, I like Final Fantasy X more. I like Final Fantasy X more, a lot more, a lot more. 10 is my favorite, 12 is second favorite. Anyway, gaming is expensive too because now everything for the price of every chair and everything gaming related has gone up too. Also, if you can save herbs, it's what I highly recommend, guys. My herbs, I'm going to save them. Succulents, I can save them. Seeds, always saving seeds. Chrysanthemums, they come back each year. They have sizes. So look at what you're purchasing and look at what you're buying. They have different colors. Make sure your ground acidity is at a good level because a lot of my own soil is at neutral level. It's at neutral level and you want it to stay at a neutral level if you're growing these. But if you are growing exotic flowers and you want to get that bluish purple tint, a lot of times people bring up acidity. Uh, so by you're lowering the pH, you're lowering the pH of soil because around 7 is neutral, 6.5 to 7 is neutral, more towards the acidic side. But if you get to 6 or 5.5, you can have hydrangeas that come out in the color of a bluish purple instead of pink, for example. At the Hobby Horizons and your new share. Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. I'm in my gardens, just sharing. It's autumn season, sharing pumpkin time. Yep, and pumpkin pie is delicious. So is sweet potato pie is awesome. I love yams, and we can grow yams here as well. Onions. If you grow onions from actual uh, shallot-looking onions, when it looks like chive, if you grow the big onions but you grow it from little bulbs like that, then that's right there. You need to grow all of it at the same time because by the time that it continues growing and continues finishing growing, it has reached warmth. And when it's warm, onions do not do so well, stuns their growth. So what you want to do is you want to take the onions out of the ground at that point and you braid them. So I let the onions sit on a table, just a regular wooden table. I let it sit down. And I let it sit down. Salamat lalabs. Yes, so what I do is I let all of my, uh, let's see. I read something and spoke in a different language. I totally forgot I was speaking. Um, what was I saying just before I said that? Hmm. Well, anyway, but so seed saving really important. Onions, braiding them back to the braiding system. Okay, put the onions on a table, just a wooden table, and let your onions just get that dirt off of them, and then you can go with gloves. I would suggest gloves, not sandpaper. With gloves that are a little bit more rough on the tips, you could use those and you could rub the dirt off of that. And that's what you want to do. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to replace that. And you want to replace that. And we are still, of course, I will visit you later. So what you want to do is you want to braid your onions. If you braid your onions, you can have them for 3 months extra. Okay. Hello, Mommy A. How are you? How are you, friend? Thank you for being here. Mommy A, I will fix the blue later. The handle, maganda gabi po. I will fix the blue later because if I touch it, it's in the bottom of exactly where my phone is being held. This was the way we could so we could actually pin people and use pin rotations. So you'll be on pin for a minute. Thank you, Mammy A. Thank you. Hello, hello, Tati. Thank you for welcoming my. Thank you, Tati. I appreciate you moderating. Thank you while I do this. Thank you, thank you. Nomads, just type in YN. Nomads, if you type in Y and Sissy, it'll just go ahead and drop your channel. If you drop Sanjay, if you type in Sanjay, it'll drop Sanjay's. Yes, Nepali, you can go ahead and do that if you want. If you drop Tati, it'll drop Tati's. Uh, to save your onions is by braiding your onions. And you can have some all the way throughout the summer season. Just like Nepali Farm to Table said, we want to do thing where we are saving enough to eat for that time and we are saving it for the next season. Of course, you cannot do this. Mars Channel Kalanza, shout out to my friend, she's going live. Uh, you cannot do this if you have just a very small amount of space and want to grow a lot. So the space in front of you right there that you look at is a pretty good amount of space for growing parsley and a lot of other plants. Thank you, Mammy A. Thank you. Shout out, Sissy. Thank you for being here. Much love. Sissy, I will fix the blue after stream, okay? I will leave the stream running. And you guys are welcome to leave me a comment after the stream as well, and because I can fix it then too. But yes, I would definitely appreciate it actually if you left a comment. Don't forget, guys. Mamie, much love. Thank you, Sister Napoli. Thank you. But just RB Wanderless is going live right now. So I love to grow all of these plants and I love to preserve them and I love to cut plants and create new plants from cuttings. Last year, I showed a lot of friends how to grow chrysanthemum by putting it in water. You can grow chrysanthemum, which is autumn flowers, and I'll share that with you. I have them all over my gardens. That'll be on another live stream. I could also film it either or and put it as a premiere. The chrysanthemums are so gorgeous. The chrysanthemums are pretty because there are so many different colors. They return each autumn. If you have chrysanthemums that start flowering in the spring, you need to cut the flowering parts in the springtime so that it can continue keeping its energy in so it can flower and grow bigger in the autumn season of that upcoming year. So for me, I had the spring flowers of my chrysanthemum of one of them and I tested that on the large chrysanthemums and oh my gosh, lots and lots of growth. Lots and lots of growth. Lots and lots of growth. Mega love. Shout out, friend. Thank you. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, no, I'll keep you on for sure. For sure. Much love. And also, those chrysanthemums, you can just take a section of the plant, just a very small section, like a branch, a small branch, and just take a small cutting, like this large, not such a big size needed, and you can put that in water. And after you put that in water, it'll grow lots of roots, and then you can plant it in dirt. It's so awesome. I love chrysanthemums and daisies. Shasta daisies are the same way. Shasta daisies are great. That's a very good way for me to grow Shasta daisies is by transplanting them from area 1 to area B to area C and moving them around. And so I really like that. Shasta daisies also reproduce again and again and give more, just like hosta plants do. They reproduce a lot and give more in the bottom. And what you can do is in the springtime, you can take some from cutting and replace it into another section of your gardens, or you can give it to friends. Thank you, Miss Kayak Seven Seas. Much love. Go ahead and there you go. I can fix it. Woohoo! There you go. Miss Seven Seas, I couldn't fix it earlier, sissy. Now I can fix it. How are you? Good morning. So good to see you. I saw you earlier. I couldn't do anything. Now I can do stuff because I moved the phone. Just to let you know. Good job. Good job. Miss Kayak Seven Seas is a good friend, also a YouTuber who shares beautiful, of course, as you say it, beautiful videos too. All my friends have awesome videos, and Nepali Farm from Table has lots of goodies that go on the. Let me see. Yes, now it's on the section of the top, so I can focus on this portion. But yes, you grow a lot of plants, Nepali. So if you guys need to look at some beautiful gardens ever, go to Nepali Farm to Table. And Miss Kayak Seven Seas has amazing travel shares and beautiful scenery. So if you ever need scenery, there you go. Tati Safatita has great quality great quality camera system with the beautiful, beautiful shares of Romania. And also, yes, Nomads does really beautiful shares too. Sanjay Rawat Sr. is my good friend and also on my team, but Sanjay, he shares, he mainly does live streams. Sanjay did say that he is going to upload some shorts, some betas once they produce the way he likes them to, and that he's going to upload some of that along with some short videos into his channel. For the plants, for plants that his father and mother actually went ahead and planted this year in their gardens. And he lives in India. India climate is different than climate here. And my friend, right there, yes, Nomads, her climate is different too. I noticed that your climate is different there, my friend. Or caladium, any of those you grow, all of them are annual plants right behind you as you see them, unless they give flowers, as you can see those ones. And patience, they're self-seeding ones right in front of you. The okra plants, you can go ahead and put it in the freezer. You can wash it. You can wash okra, you can wash tomatoes, you can can your tomatoes, you could take your peppers and you could make sauce with your tomatoes. The poly farm to table, I just found my husband's birthday. Happy birthday to him. Aw, it's a good day. It's a really good day. It's a great month. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to him. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Sissy Jovita. Thank you, Ken Russell. Thank you. Thank you, Ken Russell. Yes, Pinoy US Adventures. Much love, Nepali Farm to Table. You can take your tomatoes, just like Nepali said, and freeze it. Though you need to be careful with some stuff that you freeze. For example, onions. I am not a fan of freezing onions. Rule of Venice is going live right now. I'm not a fan of freezing onions. Not sure why some people do freeze onions, but I'm not a fan of the way it'll taste afterwards. So I like my onions to be braided, so I keep them dry. I keep them dry. It's a really good method to keep. And then my other plants, you can do, if you grow squash and zucchini, okra, tomatoes, any of those plants, you can, even peppers, you can go ahead and put them in the, you can wash them and freeze it. In a freezer bag though, highly recommending you freezer seal it. Freezer, okay, so what we mean is like actually Ziploc seal yourself. Ziploc, you're welcome, Sissy, you're welcome. Uh, Go ahead and Ziploc. So thank you, Tati. Ziploc it yourself. What I mean by that is basically seal it your own self. You're sealing it for the freezer. So you're taking all the air out of it. You're compressing it. And that vegetable is going to be preserved if you've compressed sealed it. If you compressed sealed it. Yes, it is a beautiful day, my friend. It is a gorgeous. Let's see what Sissy Napoli says about her onions. There we go. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being with me, and I really do appreciate you. We have about 5 more minutes left to our live stream. Let's see. Yes, yes, big birthdays to him. Okay. There you go. Nepali says she does not freeze. Yeah, no, no, I don't freeze onions and colored vegetables. Like you can um maybe some of that, more of grains, and also leafy vegetables I don't freeze either, because you already don't want your leafy vegetables to be frostbitten, or you don't want your leafy vegetables to be, if you put a lettuce, for example, any kind of lettuce, it can be romaine lettuce. If you put that romaine lettuce in the back of your fridge and you let it cool, you make the temperature climate a little bit cooler in your fridge refrigerator, and then you will see that lettuce has iced. Then if you eat fresh, to dry your herbs like dry thyme, oregano, sage, all of that, yes, I eat it. I put it in food. I make herbal teas with it. You can make oils with it, aromatherapy oils. You can also make scented candles. You can make scented candles, and I definitely recommend that. There you go. And I definitely recommend scented candles. It'll be great if you know how to make them. They're easy. That's what I do with my herbs. I pretty much let them grow all year round. I cut them, I transplant them to a new area. It grows very well for me. It does very good that way. And like you said, in the polyfarm table, we both seem to be freezing similar items because if you cook with okra, tomatoes, peppers throughout